like watching videos.
I don't know.
And she can go.
People are always talking about.
Everybody should like.
I literally do it.
So he was filling them in on
During the cut.
Yeah,
Let's hear this shit, bro.
you know me.
Always follow your
Leg out.
mind. Cash flow dollar, nigga.
I don't understand why these boys want drama. These niggas living out their car and probably stay with their mama.
Leg out.
Never had they own, all they got is a phone. Need to leave me alone, boy, I thought you was grown.
Okay.
Never in your life brag to me about your pennies. If you claim you get money, nigga, start you a business. Nigga, get you a house, break that junk to a family. I'm a killer for real, that's why these niggas can't stand me. Old internet niggas always running their mouth. Claim they running us out when they just a bum on the couch. You a bitch and a half, I meant that shit when I said it. You want some likes or some followers, boy, go work on your credit. Fast food eating ass, we just made us a feast. You ain't no man of the house, well, where your name on that lease? You ain't.
Yo, yo, yo. Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. We back with another episode of Kool Rich Conversations. How's it going, ladies? What's up, Chi Chi? How's your week been?
Good. What's up, Nisha? My week been fine. Been hustling, doing what I gotta do, get shit done. You already know how it go.
I know that
But today is a very special show. Rich is actually out of town, y'all. But today we have a special co-host. Her name is Nautica.
Yes.
And I'm going to let her know what she got going on before we get started.
Okay, my name is Nautica. I actually own a cosmetic company called Juice Box Cosmetics, and I actually co-own a franchise, Crew Birmingham.
Yes,
Nice. Crew
doing big
Birmingham.
things.
Thank you.
I'm so
Thank you.
proud of you, girl.
Yes, that's lit. Can you tell us a little bit about that real quick?
What should we start? Y'all want to start with Crew because it's pretty lit, or
Yeah, Crew is
We was
cool.
actually talking about Crew.
You talking about Crew?
I was telling them about you.
Okay, yes.
So we got you on here.
If you've never been a Crew before, Crew is actually a vibe, okay? It is the #1 black-owned nightlife franchise chain, actually. It is a hookah lounge. It's so much fun. If you're in Atlanta area, I'm sure you've been to one of our 6 locations that's open, and we now have 1 location open in Birmingham, which I co-own. So Crew is our whole aesthetic. It's like something different. I recommend anybody who have not been to Crew to go to Crew because you will always have fun. I will go catch a vibe.
Yeah,
Chi
sure.
know because Chi is one of our Crew regular.
Yeah.
But for sure, you guys should definitely check out Crew. And my cosmetic line is something that I started about 2 years ago. I sell lip gloss, mascara, eyeshadow. I call myself the makeup dealer. So
Okay.
I actually use
I like
her
that.
highlighter. I got her highlighter on today.
Oh, really?
And every time you see me with any type of like liner that's a color, anything, I use all of her eyeshadows and stuff for that, and I use them on my clients as well. And my lip,
that's
the only lip color. It's called Skin Tight.
Yes.
And all my clients love it. So yeah, that's from her. That's
for sure.
Juice Box
Make sure y'all
Cosmetics.
check me out. Right now we're closed. The website is down because we're rebranding, but we'll be back in April for sure.
That's what's up. I definitely got to check out some of your
real.
cosmetic
Thank
lines
you.
for sure. And I just recently, not too long ago, visited the new Crew in LeBaron.
Lil Burn Rob, did you have a catch a vibe?
Yeah, it's always a vibe. Yeah, that's what's up though. I ain't really been up too much this week. Just like you said, getting to it.
And then, how old are you when you own a whole club? We gotta say that.
Okay, pop your shit. Pop yours, period.
But she
No, I can tell. I'm gonna
baby.
say, I'm 24.
And
Right.
she lit.
Yeah, I'm 24.
That's something to brag on.
That is something to
brag on.
Thank you. Yeah,
Definitely.
That's what's up,
Hey,
girlfriend.
man,
Getting it
you
in
gotta do what you gotta
early.
do,
I
right?
wish I was
Yes.
still
Are you
24.
from Atlanta?
I am not. I'm originally from Mississippi.
Okay.
Yes, I came out here in 2015, and I just never went back.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
No, for real. Never went back, for sure.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Cute.
Okay, well, we glad to have you today.
I'm so
while
happy
we
to
get
be
into
here.
Let's
this.
have a good shot.
Yes, I
Get
feel like
shit going.
yes, for sure. I think we got some good ones today, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah.
So our main focus is mental health awareness, but we gonna kick it off and then
Yeah, let's get into it real quick.
Yeah, we gonna kick it off another way and then get into it. So, normalize canceling friends who constantly throw shade and play like they're joking. If you're a hater, just say that.
That's a deep one, right?
I feel
It
like
is.
everybody that went through that before.
Right.
Like, whether
Had that
it
one
was
friend.
Yeah, they had that one friend where you just like, I don't know how to take that. Was that a shot or like... So...
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and play devil's advocate because somebody got to do it anyway.
Right.
Okay, we got Rich here.
I might-
Rich usually do it.
This is what I'll say. I don't intentionally throw shots at any of my friends.
Right.
Obviously, my friends at this point are like sisters. You know what I'm saying? But there are situations that women share that I might talk shit about. And I mean, as women, we share a lot of experiences. So just because I'm talking about it don't mean necessarily it was a shot towards you, but I might talk shit about it here and there, especially if it come across Twitter. You know, I'm on Twitter with it. Like, so, I mean, I guess it depends on how direct it is. But then when
And
people
how
say
it's your deliverance as well, though. I
Yeah.
think that's what... Can we put that up one more time? Because I think that's what it's saying. Who constantly throw shade and play like they're joking.
Okay.
Like, it's how you come to, like, your deliverance.
And like you said, constant.
Yeah,
Constantly.
like... Yeah,
It's like,
so
damn,
it's
bitch, I caught that again.
Right.
Yeah.
Again.
Ain't no friend gonna constantly do something and then make you feel some type of way and then
Right.
act like they're joking. You gon' know. Like, us as women, even stuff that like little petty stuff, and we know what I mean by that, like little petty stuff that females do. We know, even some men, if you talking to them about it, they be like, man, how you know that? Because I'm a female.
Right.
I know, like, and that's exactly what
like
you say.
you
because-
caught something
Yeah,
that you
because
didn't
we're
catch.
female, we can catch the petty stuff. So it's not necessarily you voicing something or none of that. I feel like it's more so of us being females and we know each other. Like, we know what's a shot
When you
and
being
what's
shady
not.
as fuck.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
I mean, let's be real here. Some friends do hate on the low. Like, come on. Like,
Okay.
course.
And I just recently went through this, but
right.
yeah.
Yeah, some friends really secretly hate on you. They have a cover. They act like they support you. They want you to win, but on the low, they like, I hope this bitch
And it be that
I hope
it be
she
those
don't
certain
win.
situations where it's that mask gotta come off.
It gotta
It's
come off, right?
exposed. Yeah,
Exactly.
because they can't, like, you can only pretend for so long. So
Right.
there'll be certain situations where they'll do, and that I think that's where that came from, where
Right.
they'll play like they joking because they
Laugh
caught
it off.
themselves.
Right.
And now they like, oh shit, like I am doing too much type shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could get.
Yeah. I hate when it's masked too. Like, what happened with me, it was definitely masked. Like, you know that random, like, cutoff? But when you don't really know what the fuck you seriously don't know. Like, some people say, I cut a motherfucker off, but they know what they did, you know. Because you know when you fucked up or did some
Right.
shit that you,
Right.
right. But when you just get cut off out the blue, y'all, and it's just like, what the fuck
What
is
happened?
that? And then you keep trying to reach out like, okay, what's up? Because that's another thing. If you ain't reaching out, you damn near know what you did too.
Exactly.
But
They avoid you on
Right.
purpose. Instead of apologizing or addressing it, people will rather
Yes.
avoid it. And a lot of us
Or-
females do that.
or cause like what they call it, like creating fake beef, like shit
Right.
don't even exist. And it be like when they come out through probably somebody else as to why that person was acting funny that way, and it was like, because what?
What I do?
Like, wait a
and
minute.
that
Why don't we talk about
That'd
this?
be a part
Like,
of
what
it too,
the
though.
fuck? And it be like,
It'd be so petty that they don't want to say anything. But I'm going to play on the other side because I've been on the other side before and I've had someone do something to me. And I'm the type of person, I avoid confrontation. Like, I'd rather go ghost than just say anything too.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
just very, and I'm in a sense, I'm realizing I'm very passive and I feel I need to get over that. But I will voice my opinion if you come to me. But I feel like certain stuff should not have to be said. You know, if I know you know what you did, then it is what it is. And it's like every situation that I've went ghost on people, they've come back later on in the past and they'll say exactly why I cut them off. So that's
Yeah, this
exactly
was
what I was
totally
thinking
different.
was why I did it, and they knew. So
Yeah.
I did right. I'm like, I don't gotta address shit. You know what
this
you did.
is totally
Right.
different. Because when the
Yeah.
person came to me and was like, oh, I'm ready to squash it, and I was like, can I know what the it is still? And it was like, oh, I don't really want to talk about it. Let's just go ahead and get past it. And I was like, baby, if I don't know where I hurt you, I can't kiss your boo-boo. Because I can't even think of Like, our last conversation was a good conversation. And the conversation before that was a good conversation.
Right.
So this was really one of them strange situations.
Right.
That I
and
think,
it do be some of them real strange ones.
and then when you... Yeah, and I'm not the type of person that, like, feel like, oh, people be hating on the low or shit like that. I never felt like that. Or, you know what I'm saying, they get lonely the closer to... I don't really like none of them old cliche-ass sayings.
Right.
But...
Okay. And I'm gonna be y'all know I'm transparent as hell on here, and y'all know this. So I'm gonna share a certain situation. I'm not gonna say the person's name. I know we already talked about it. They know they wrong and everything, but I'm gonna share a prime example of some shit. So my friend, and we was rocking. She from Chicago too, or whatever. We was rocking hard, or whatever. I was there for her through her hard times, whatever. So. Her guy, they done had their little times or whatever, and I've stood up for her. I've came to her rescue a few times. So then after that, you know, they got back cool, and me and the guys surprised her for her birthday and stuff like that. Like, we just, you know, tried to do for her. She was a good person or whatever. So long story short, like, I got a text message from him saying, "Is this you?" And it was screenshots, and it was from a number that I didn't know, and it was acting as me. And I did a photo shoot for Valentine's Day a few years back, and I only sent it to a select few friends. And, you know, Dropbox got the arrows on the side, everything. It showed all of that. I only sent it to like 2 or 3 friends, and they didn't even know each other. So for, you know, I was able to put 2 and 2 together. So long story short, the person was pretending to be like me and sent those pictures to him and was acting like was acting like that was me, and they were saying some very distasteful things, like some stuff that I would never even say to a nigga or whatever, but was testing him. And so he sent them to me, and I instantly called the person. And I'm like, they ain't answer. So I text, I'm like, what is this? What's going on? This and that. And so, long story short, she denied it for so long, y'all. We fell out and everything. And then she eventually came back and apologized for it. But it really bothered me for so long, because it was like, what made you do that? And then lie about it. And I was looking through the messages, and she was she started coming at me. She started coming at me like, why would I do that? And you, da-da-da. And I'm just like,
because you did.
I sent her one long message, and I left it at that, and that's what I mean. I cut people off cold-heartedly. Like,
that's when I didn't know what they did.
First off,
that's weird.
I sent the pictures to select few. Second of all, I definitely don't have his number. And then third of all, I reached out to those people, and they don't even know who that person is. And then I don't know how I figured out, but I figured out that the number was from an app or whatever.
Yeah, text app.
So yeah, I figured from calling, and it tell you, it said something like that. And then the messages said something about me being out of town, and she was the only person that knew I was out of town. And then she spelled the nigga name right, and I don't know how to spell his name. It's a weird spelling.
One of them.
So it was like, I read her rights in that one message, and I let her know at the end of it, I've been nothing but a friend to you. Like, I don't know what it is. So that was probably the only time I really spoke, and I felt like after that, it was like, people know what they do, and I'm done trying to teach people how to be a friend type shit. So like, people will do little shit and take shots and stuff, and
yeah, I feel like we could. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I feel like we could go on and on about the pettiness with men,
right?
Because that's that weird shit right there.
Seems like she was jealous. That was
very weird,
and she wanted to see if you would talk to her man. Like, that's weird. It's childish. Are y'all still friends?
We don't talk, but she's reached out to me a few times. She apologized, and then I did end up seeing her. I was at Crew, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
I ended up seeing her. She told me she was at Crew, and she met me outside, and we spoke or whatever. We took a couple pictures, and they was trying to kick it, but it's like, I kind of was like, and she was with the same nigga, but he was, I ain't gonna lie, he's reached out since then and was trying to get us back friends because he know I was a good friend, and he know, I don't know if he know her as like what mind state she was in when she did it, but I'm not the type I'm not gonna try to figure that out and do other stuff. So it's like I know how to love people from a distance. I'm gonna just say that.
Yeah. But what? Well, we could go
what?
Right,
I didn't sit in the middle of both of them.
I was gonna say
I didn't sit in the middle
because I'm just like, and then it's nothing wrong with being like a passive person, but I've learned too by me being naturally aggressive and not ever meaning no harm, especially somebody I love. Like I never have ill intent. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes people just can't take me, and that's what it ended up being. And it's just like, damn, all this time you ain't know that you couldn't take me? Like, you ain't know I was a little bit too much? Like, and that's okay. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I guess it grew from, like, we grew apart. Like, we grew to be, like, I wasn't the type of person that she probably jammed with anymore because, like, I talk shit and say shit, like, and don't really be mean nothing, but, like, yeah.
See, that's where I trick people at, though, because you only see that side if you really, really push me to that. Like, I'm not just that person. Like, that's how everybody know. I swear to God, every situation I tell people that really know me, they be like, they had to have done something.
Right.
Like, I could get real cutthroat, but you have to really fucking do me in for me to really, do some shit. Because I've been through shit, and I know how shit go. Like, so I always try to put myself in people's situations just to figure out how they thinking. Like, I don't know why. I be in my head a lot. So it's like, that's another part of me that makes me passive because I be in my head a lot. So that means I make excuses for people. But once you take me there, it's up and it's fucking stuck. Period.
Right.
Like,
you let a lot roll off.
Yeah, hell yeah. So once I'm done, that's how you know I'm done because I already done played it out of my head and I gave you some chances. So
yeah. JoJo, what we got? What are we talking about with these niggas?
Okay, and Valentine's Day right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
So let's talk about it, ladies. Because this is the ladies' session.
Right, okay. Everybody deserves to feel an obsessive love. Somebody who just can't get enough of you. Somebody who makes you feel like the world is yours and they'll do anything to make you happy. Like you on top of the world. And I agree.
I agree.
I agree.
I think
I so agree.
To an extent, I agree because it's hard to get away.
I fully agree.
Girl, it's hard to get rid of their asses.
No,
I don't think she
get rid
meant
of me.
obsessive. I don't think that's the word she should have used.
No, she should have.
No,
I want you to
but
get
I
obsessed
have
with me.
No, but not like.
No, you want somebody to be obsessed with you? No.
Yes, I want you.
No, I don't think that's what she meant. I
Not
get
in a
what she
crazy
said.
way.
Yeah, crazy
But
way.
obsessed in
Right.
love. Even
Yes.
still.
Like, you're every day, you think, like, come on now. Like they say, you can't go a day. If you really love somebody, you can't go a day without
talking to
them.
him. Yeah,
like,
yeah, of course.
She probably meant that in a cute way. Obsessive.
Right.
Like, oh, he wanna FaceTime me while he in the studio. Like, he doing a lot of stuff, but he still talking to me type shit. Like, he making every day about me. That's cute.
Yeah.
I like it.
I agree with Ari. I feel like all women deserve that. 100%.
We do.
Everybody does deserve it. I still feel like you can't, like.
I ain't gonna say all women because I ain't gonna lie. I learned that all women ain't.
Because I got exes that will not
all
leave.
women
I got exes that will not leave.
It's
like,
true.
and still is like, not in a dangerous way, but you're going to be my wife. And not just like, no, I know Cap when like a nigga that you ain't seen. Yeah, they don't leave.
Honestly, we've all, and I know we've all been through the real life obsessive, but I feel like she just like saying like,
Cute.
you deserve to feel that fullness, like you
So you don't
deserve
gotta worry
to feel
about
that.
nothing,
I feel like that's what
nobody.
she mean.
Right.
Yeah, not no crazy nigga. Because we done had niggas on balconies and shit looking in your window, like where you at? But no.
My shit ain't even toxic. He just won't go away.
He just won't go away.
He just won't
you
go
don't
away.
Wanna be with him.
I don't.
You don't?
But they
No.
say you fight for
But I
it.
used to go, and for that reason, I went back a few times for the simple fact, like, damn, I don't think another person on the planet gonna love me this much. Damn, this nigga love me
But
as
you
much as
know-
my fucking parents.
Right.
No toxic
Keyword.
shit involved.
Keyword.
That's
You
good.
went back a few times.
Mm-hmm.
So if you went back and you keep drawing back, it's the reason why. And
'Cause
I'm
I
pretty
feel-
sure you're reminded every time you go
Right.
back.
Hell yeah.
So fuck that.
Hell
He
yeah.
probably tuned in for that nigga.
He was
gonna come
just,
for
yeah,
me
he
next.
is,
Let me shut up.
actually. Yeah, don't go nowhere. I mean, but it is nice to, I mean, I ain't gonna say nice, but it does feel good because it's like at the end of the day, like, whether we be together now, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker love my, like, it's whatever, like,
Yeah.
I'm talking about them been
He
through,
better
like,
he want to drink your bath water.
yeah, like, it don't even matter what happened in the past and what you did, like,
Right.
like,
So cute.
yeah.
Yes.
But it is cute, but I'm like a alpha female, so
Got you.
like it's cute and all, but at the end of the day, I be like,
See, I'm so, and that's why
Girly,
people, they call it bipolar, whatever y'all want to call Leos. I don't care, but we got two sides. We really do, because I'm a hopeless romantic, but at the same time, I'm very dominant too. Like, it just gotta be the right time. I know when to play my role, basically, type shit. I don't overstep, but the nigga know what's going on.
Well, I'm a Gemini, so I'm the definition of two sides.
She the definition of toxic.
No, I'm not toxic. I would say, like,
Gemini.
when it comes to love, like, y'all know, as they say, Geminis have, like, different personalities. Woo. It's like, you have to keep me on edge. Like, you literally have to keep me on my toes. Like, I don't want to tell you what to do for me, but it got to be, like, you have to do stuff without me
Period.
having to ask, because I get so bored.
Bored? Me too, girl.
I get so bored. It's like,
Me
one day I
too.
can be all about you, and it's like,
You not doing
Me
enough.
too.
you're not doing enough. And it's like,
Right.
I want to experience that love to where I'm like crazy obsessed in a good way with
No,
someone,
me
but it's
too.
just
Again.
like, it's kind of hard because, like I said, it's so, you have to literally entertain me. Like, I'm gonna do that for you. I'm a very entertaining person,
yeah,
but it's
yeah.
just like, we're gonna have fun, but it's like, you have to be that like person, because otherwise it's like, okay, I'm on to the next. And I hope that's not a bad thing to say.
No, it's
but
not.
it's just like,
No.
I really,
That's actually one of the topics
Right.
I picked.
Right,
You gonna
yeah.
see. Yeah.
yeah, let's go.
Minimum
Let's-
effort. Right. Shit. Like, we don't got time for that.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
don't feel like
I
you.
can't wait to talk about
That's
that.
why I told you. So be ready.
You know, I got
want you. I want you
some
to kill that. fucking segment, Okay.
You know,
Yes.
Well, let's move
You
on.
don't feel bad for that.
yeah.
So, since we are bringing up some mental health awareness
Right.
topics today, I don't know. I thought this was one of them that's big in the black community
is.
amongst
It
men,
is.
you know,
Yes.
trying to be so strong to the point where they're making themselves weak because, like, this guy's looking in the mirror, telling himself, "You too emotional. Be a man. Man
right.
up."
Yeah,
Right.
so it's like why some men shy away from expressing themselves. What
Right.
you think makes you strong can often make you weak.
Right.
Yeah, so many men like are just feeling like they have to they can't show any emotion basically, or
Right,
that they
right,
can't
right.
express themselves. And I feel like men should be as equally. I'm the same one to say stop acting like. Okay, well, but when it comes to mental health, men should go ahead and be as expressive as women. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? All women aren't even that expressive, but I just feel like it's a thing in our black community because men are kind of tearing themselves down more than so much than trying to lift themselves up without even knowing it. Just feeling
I'm
like
gonna say a couple things about that. I feel like it's one. It's,
right. He said because we express ourselves. I'm sorry. We consider weak, clingy, and to man up, etc.
Not even clingy.
Okay,
a
right.
lot of women's word it is too emotional. Like, I know a lot of people who dealt with even, and I'm not trying to take a shot at y'all, but I've heard it a lot. Cancer. Like, cancer men, they be like, oh, they too emotional. And it's like a man shy away from showing their expressions because they don't want to be labeled as too emotional. If they're labeled as too emotional, then they could be other things. I don't want to say
Right,
gay
okay.
or something like that, or you know, a little too feminine. But other than that, a lot of things is in a black society. Period is, and it's not just towards men too, but it's towards women too. We feel like if we talk to people and if we seek help or therapists, then we're called crazy. So a lot of stuff that men deal with that they probably need to express themselves to or talk to people about, they feel like they don't need to, because then they don't want to feel like they crazy.
Right.
Exactly. I have a friend here, a guy friend here that we like of course on the outside looking in, you wouldn't just know, or like what a guy's, you know, when they going through something, more so how I kind of wear on our sleeves, but he is constantly talking to me about how I just help lift him, just not even knowing that I am, but just being around, like, man, you helped me so, like, and really, I'm like, I'm glad you even getting it out. I'm glad you letting me know, you know what I'm saying, because otherwise, I just probably would have been like, "Dang, what's this nigga always want to be around for?" Yeah, like, yeah, I would. But by him expressing himself, I'm like, okay, that's what's up. I'm glad to know I bring a little light to your sunshine, you know. And just going into what you said too, like women, everybody, just it's okay to talk to somebody, and that's what we're trying to get more into, just bringing awareness. Like everybody goes through this.
This a topic today. We usually don't just go into stuff like this. We'll have our certain segments, but like we made it our point to make our main focus on mental health awareness. So,
because it's especially hard in men. Like it's hard for men to like express themselves. I would say like anybody who I'm like seriously dating, or even my friends, I always ask them like, "Hey, how you doing? How's your mental?" That's a very, very important question to ask.
You check
people.
on me sometimes.
You know that. You know that, because it's like I know I go through shit, so I can only imagine how men feel. I had this guy that I was dating. Just a little quick look story I'm gonna tell you guys. He is one of the type of guys who take care of everybody around him.
Oh yeah, those
everybody around him, literally. So the very, very sweet guy. However, he feels like everybody depends on him. Yeah. So he overworks. He overexerts himself to certain situations, and it's like when it boils down to it, he feels extremely lonely because he feel like people only come to him when they need something, or people only love him for what they can do for him. So it's like I will say like trying to date him was like, we're friends now, but trying to date him was like very, very hard because it's like he's so.
Yeah, he's so consumed in everybody and doing so much for everybody else.
Right. He's so, and it's just like, I'm not that person. I don't want anything from you. I'm just trying to be there for you. But it's like, he's just used to people, you know? Yeah. And I say, are you good? Like, are you really good? But you get on Instagram and say, don't nobody ever check on me? Like, man, we do this, that, and other. And it's like, listen, baby, I'm right here. I'm asking you what's going on. But, you know, he's a strong male figure, so he don't want to look at it like, oh, I don't really want to, you know, like, you don't want to seem weak to me. Like, he want to seem like he got it all figured. I got it figured out. I got it. But it's like, I want anybody who I'm dating to know, like, listen, like, I'm here. Like, talk to me. Pour onto me, because I'm going to pour into you. Because you best believe, baby, I'm going through it. Okay. Grab my feet while I tell you what's going on.
I know, right?
You know, and it's like, I feel like men should be more comfortable. But you got to understand, like, sometimes it's just based off people that you deal with, because they've been in situations to where they tried, but it backfired, you know?
Yeah, that's too.
Yeah.
That's too. And I agree with what you said. Pour onto me. As me being your partner, your significant other, feel free to pour onto me, because all that weight of the world that you carrying on your shoulders, like, that's what I'm here for.
Exactly.
And when a guy, like, really confides in you and get comfortable, like, you like I was saying, you are really a great outlet for him, like, more than you even know.
Right.
But I ain't gonna lie though, like, sometimes, like, with men, you could be everything and it scares them to where they'll shy away.
That too.
Because they're not used to that. And I've had people tell me, like, you're too perfect. And it's just like, what?
I was sad about my situation.
I know.
It just don't make sense, because it's like if I was short of anything, then that would be why. But now that I'm coming through fully loaded, and I'm just I'm still just too like
Too much?
how can you
Baby.
be too perfect?
I feel like
I really had like what?
And you know what? To go back off what you said, and that's how I got through it. I'm like, you used to motherfuckers who need you, and I'm not gonna act
don't
like
need
that. I
you.
don't.
Right.
But I'm not gonna act
Definitely
like that
don't.
either.
Right,
But
right.
I bring stuff to the table
Exactly,
as well.
exactly.
I've
But they
had
be-
times where I needed some help and I didn't want to go to nobody else, and I'm like,
Right.
I know he'll come through, but
Right.
I know everybody else come to him, so I purposely
Exactly.
Yeah.
don't
And
come
it's like,
to him.
damn, what am I supposed to do?
No room for me.
No
Right.
room for me.
I
Oh my
purposely
gosh.
don't try to put that weight on you, and then it's like I still try to be your person on top of my stuff too,
Right.
and you don't see it.
It's like they want you to need them, but it's like when they get around women like us who like make away ourselves, it's kind of hard for us because it's like, okay, we want to be submissive, but then again, like you said, you're an alpha female, I'm an alpha female, you're an alpha female, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, we still want you, we need you.
Yeah,
like,
it's
we
so
might
many
not
things
need you
that
to
I
take care of us, but we need you for moral support.
Yeah,
like, we need you
around the
house.
Just doing little
Just being
shit.
my go-to person, so it's like
Yeah.
it's so hard. It's so hard. That's a good.
And that's
good.
why I be mad when niggas be like, why you single? Oh, because the nigga thought I was too perfect. That's
And
why
then,
he really want to talk
and then
about
the
it.
ones who didn't think you was too perfect is used to taking care of this person
Right.
for her
Right,
kids. So then when
exactly.
you come over here, you like, oh, she pay her own bills. I'm gonna kick my feet up. No, the fuck you ain't.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
I
you
had a
ain't.
guy who tell me, he was like, I got 3 exes and I take care of all of them. I said, what you mean? Like, you take care of all of them? He's like, I pay their bills. I pay their rent, whatever they need, I still do it. I said, are you like, active with these women? Because it's not clicking, Steven. Like, what's going on? No, that's just how I am. That's weird. Because it's like, I don't need you to pay my bills, but if you think we're going to be seriously dating and you still paying 3 other bills over here, you got a problem.
No, we got a problem.
We got a problem. It's like,
JoJo. Can we go back to the high functional depression?
oh, yeah.
What it feels like. So this is a thing, and I think this is my thing, right? Yeah, I'm that person that's always smiling, that's always checking up on everybody else, always being the motivator, always, yeah, I'm here for you, even when I didn't really sign up to be, but I am still, I'm that person, and it's like, check on the people that's always smiling and checking on everybody else.
Right.
Hello.
Because we
No,
wear a
for
mask,
real.
just like that was. We wear a mask.
For
And
real.
at the
Sure.
end of the day, you go home, you take that bitch off like the wig. You feel me? Like, and it's like, now I'm dealing with my own shit.
And
like,
that's crazy because that was one of the points I made one of the last shows when we was talking about what's her name? Her son that got
Regina King's son.
Yeah, it's like you don't really see that type of stuff coming because that's when you're like they say, well, I looked at the statistics or whatever, and they say like most people before they commit suicide, that's when they're at their happiest. Like when you see, like a lot of people say, well, I saw them, they was smiling, they was happy. Like you would never see it coming. Like you just still gotta just make sure you check on people or whatever, and just
Right.
check in.
That goes in with the lady who won, was it Miss America or Miss Universe?
I'm not sure.
about that.
Very beautiful. She won it in 2019. Very beautiful woman.
Thank you.
Jumped off her apartment building in New York, like 40 floors. Jumped off of it. She's a very beautiful model, influencer. Like her TikTok videos go so viral. Like she's such a beautiful woman, and she just literally jumped, and everybody was not expecting it. And the crazy thing about her jumping was the day that she jumped, she posted a beautiful picture and was like, "May this picture find you rest in peace."
Oh,
And then she
that
jumped.
just gave me
May this
chills.
picture find you rest in peace. And then she jumped, and everybody was like commenting, like, "Oh my gosh, we would have never expected you to do this." And it's like, bro, you never really know what people going through. You
don't.
never know.
And I
what
feel
people going through.
like everybody is going to, if they haven't already, even if it wasn't nothing as serious as you thought it may have been.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Compared to on the scale of greater things, but that's not to take away how a person feels. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like,
But that's another thing,
everybody has felt some type of way or will feel some type of way in life, like whether it's high functional depression or like long functional, or and whatever other mental, illnesses that people often deal with.
Right. To piggyback up, I'm sorry.
No, you can go ahead.
To piggyback off what you said, they're gonna feel that way. I think it's very important that people stop telling people how to feel about stuff, because I've been through depression. Especially after having a baby, I went through postpartum depression, and it was like the worst thing I've ever dealt with in my entire life. And it's just like talking to people, they'd be like, "It's not that serious. It's not that serious." Well, it's not that serious to you because it got me feeling some type of way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you cannot tell people how to feel or how stuff make people feel, because you never know. Like, you can be strong, but I got feelings. That situation hurt me, so don't tell me I should be strong. No, I don't want to be strong. I want to cry. It made me cry, you know? So I feel like we should stop telling people like, "Oh, you're a model. You got to be pretty all the time. You got to always come through. You can't gain weight. You can't eat this." Stop telling people how to feel. Like, let people decide what they want to do with themselves, what they want to do with their life. If I want to cry, let me cry. If I want to yell, let me yell, because if this is how I'm going to get through what I'm going through, then just let me do it. For sure.
I even have a real close friend of mine, a sister actually, that we used to call her dramatic all the time. And then
That's what they call me.
And then over time, or the older I got and the more like, intentional and all of that I got, I just realized that let her have it. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever it is, that's to her. That's how she feels. You cannot take that away from how she feels. Whether on the outside looking in, people may call it dramatic or not. That's just how she feels. You cannot take that away from her. Go ahead.
Piggyback on that, because that was perfect timing. Like, I'm glad I let y'all go first.
Now
it's like that's what, like, a lot of, and I had to like distance myself from those people that didn't understand me, because those certain situations made me realize that if you calling me dramatic or saying this and that, like, it's certain stuff that triggers people as well. And sometimes they don't know what's going to trigger them. So if they're being too dramatic, quote unquote, or too emotional, why don't you just see if they good or check on them? Like, don't assume that, they, and that's part of the reason why I'm like, at first I did have to look at myself like, was it me? But no, it was not. And I'm glad I cut off the people that I did, because now it's like, I know what I've dealt with, and I know why I reacted the way I did, and y'all just not understanding. But now that y'all going through certain stuff, now y'all want to, now they seeing like, oh, she wasn't being dramatic, or she wasn't this and that.
Like, she on the other foot.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
That's crazy, y'all.
It is, because like I said, by me being, it's a lot of what you like.
Exactly. Perfect sound.
But just like I said, with growing and becoming more intentional, and just the things that I've learned in my transition and my journey itself, you become more aware and more sensitive to others.
Right, exactly.
And that's part of the reason why I feel like I'm so passive, because I've been through so much, and I would not want anybody to feel what I felt. So I kind of put myself in their shoes, and I kind of make excuses sometimes, and that's why I'm like, that's why I am the way I am. That's where that side come from where I came from, in my being a product of my environment. But that other half that's just that's me too. So
okay.
What's JoJo back there doing? We're going to commercial break. What we doing?
Yes, y'all. We're going to go on a commercial break and come back.
We'll be right back, y'all.
Foremost, I want to lay the foundation down of what CCS is. It's called Compliance Complacent Sunday. It's an organization that I came up with in dedication to empowering women.
Nope.
Nope. That's so crazy. Cause we all like, nope.
Hey, I love men. I mean, obviously. But yeah, y'all, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We gonna always be here for you guys. We got to.
So, the next segment is celebrities before us facing mental health challenges. Suicidal, drug overdose, expressed in music such as Juice WRLD and a few.
I feel okay.
So, didn't mean to highlight all men because after I go through this, I can talk about a few women's situations as well. But yeah, we got Mac Miller, Tupac, Eminem, Lil Wayne, DMX, Kanye West, Lil Uzi Vert, which are all entertainers who have openly expressed their mental health and like just making different songs referencing wanting to die and yeah, I mean like yeah, it's out there. And then I mean, you know, like okay, so Whitney Houston, she did her whole drug overdose thing, and then I was doing my research on Marilyn Monroe and
a lot of
even didn't Whitney Houston's daughter too.
Right.
Right.
You
just never know. Like it's I mean, and I'm thankful for the ones who are still here now, that are still opening up about it. You know, wishing that we could just, well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain because we're not like right here with celebrities and stuff like that, but just wishing somebody else closer to them, or they could have had more of an outlet or something like that. Because you still got the ones who still around who obviously still talk about it, but you know the ones who haven't made it or didn't make it with us because of the mental things that they were going through.
I think with celebrities, like I said earlier, it's because they have to wear a mask at all times. Like, and that's so hard because they have to do what the labels say or what the people want. Like, it's like the people don't want you to be yourself. This is what they want. This is what's going to make you money. If you do this, you're going to make a lot of money. And you know, sometimes people are driven by money, but it's like they want to be themselves and they know that they cannot always be themselves. I see now that a lot of celebrities like Saucy Santana being himself, you know, he doesn't care. And it's like now it's becoming more known for you to be yourself, open, you know, but back in the day, it's like Whitney and all the rest of them, it's like they gotta be who these people tell them to be. Like they can't show like who they are. So it's like that's where the drug addiction and abuse and all that come in, because it's like this is not really me, but it's like this is what's taking care of my family.
And it's what's gonna help me get through it.
Exactly.
Yeah. She don't know, but we touched on Whitney Houston on the last show or one of the last shows as an example of, you know, I didn't know she wanted to be with a woman, and that could be part of like why she wasn't truly happy.
Come on, back in the day, like
and back in the day in that society, like it was shunned upon for you to
definitely
to you know
That's why you do have to just kind of like should appreciate those who stand out, like, and don't mind, like, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing. I don't care who likes it. Like Amber Rose, for example. Yeah. With the whole slut walk thing. I love the concept behind slut walk. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all gonna say I'm a slut, all right, I'm a slut, now what? Let's do it. Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what y'all talking about, I gotta keep on pushing.
Right.
Even Kanye West.
I was about to say, Kanye. Like, how do y'all feel about Kanye?
I'm a Kanye fan.
I love him.
You know,
he is who he is.
Kanye is a Gemini like myself. And I will say, like, when everybody's like, oh my gosh, Kanye is so crazy, I don't feel that way. I feel like Kanye is very misunderstood. I
take up for him a lot on Twitter.
I feel like Kanye has been, he's very misunderstood. I feel like he has, for years, he has been in this industry and he's been just putting up with stuff. And it's like, at one point, do you like self-destruct? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm tired of this. Like, this is who I am. I'm not going to keep letting people try me. Like, you know, and I feel like that's what it is. It's like he's very, very misunderstood. Sometimes, you know, you just got to shit, drop the cape. Like, listen, I'm still human at the end of the day. And as you can see with all of this stuff that's going on with his marriage, he's very bipolar because, of course, he wanted his wife back. At first, he didn't want her, but now he want the wife back. And he got a whole other girlfriend, so it's just like...
Of course, that was just a front. That was a front to just get through it, try to anyway, but it ain't...
He's very misunderstood. A little crazy, but misunderstood.
Yeah, somebody on here said he got issues. We all got issues. That's what we're saying. No, we all have them, okay, at some point of the day.
Definitely.
Maybe not today, but tomorrow.
Right.
They highlighted when I was doing research on this too, the song by Solange. I got a lot to be mad about. Mad.
Right. Mad.
Yeah, like how she was expressing herself through that song, like just letting it all out on her sleeve. So yeah.
You listen to the music, it's like they tell it all.
They do.
They tell it all in the lyrics for sure.
Yes, they definitely do.
You know, it's
that's why I love music.
It's the way to express.
That's why females love when females just putting out certain songs, every lyric,
yes,
every song.
Especially when it's a female that you can relate to too, like Keisha Cole, like that's my shit. Like, you know, she down in earth, little hood, little this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
definitely.
Yeah. So you want to tell us about your video before we go into it?
Yes. So I know on the last show, we were talking about, we had a guest or whatever, it was an author, and she was talking about she wanted to start a women's organization. And I kind of shared my little story with my women's organization. I've had it for a few years now, and I explained to y'all that I have like slowed down on it just because of life. Life happened to all of us, especially with COVID. But I just wanted to share with y'all some of what I've done and just a little snippet because I plan on starting it back. So
yes.
Oh, do not start with me, y'all, because this was 2018. Please don't.
Girl, listen.
Because I'm sharing this with y'all, and I thought I was cute back then.
It don't matter.
I laid a foundation down of what CCS is. It's called Complacent Sunday. It's an organization that I came up with in dedication to empowering women. It's basically based off self-worth. And I stay inspired by my experiences because I've been through a hell of a lot. And those are what I'm going to share my personal testimony about. Whatever it is, just make sure that you're there for somebody. You're never going to know your worth until you love yourself. We're going to do live podcasts. While we're on live, we're going to answer certain questions from people that's on live. We're going to cover certain topics. Please have the floor. Because I would love to hear whatever.
Girl, give me some because guess what? You got me chills real quick and stuff.
Perfect song for sure.
Oh,
Yes,
I love that song,
perfect cover song.
I love that song.
Yes, I'm proud of you. I tell you all the time, like every show, like every time I learn something new about you, I'm just like, I'm proud of your growth, and I wasn't even there to see it. You know what I'm saying, from where it came from.
Thank you.
Yes, for
I
sure.
appreciate it.
Cute.
Well, we had JoJo.
You done made him
I'm
up
so
a whole
animated.
Oh, that's good.
2 things. Okay, so we in a motivational segment, y'all. So it's finna get real. I hope y'all strap it down.
We strapped.
So 2 things define you: the way you treat others and the way you let others treat you.
Girl, you know one word they got all over it? Boundaries. Okay? They got boundaries all over it.
For sure.
Ooh,
Yes.
Ooh.
The way you treat others and the way you let others treat you. Setting boundaries. Yeah. And the way you treat others, of course.
Right.
You treat people how you want to be treated at the end
all
of the day.
times.
Nah, for real. That's a big thing I go by, and I feel like that's why I'm always kind of fucked in the end because I feel like a lot of people treat me the way they feel like doing, but me, like, even if you treat me a certain kind of way, I feel like I fuck myself over too. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that's what that second part is too. The way you let other people treat you. Like, I need to really put my foot down. And
Right.
I've been doing good. I ain't gonna lie. I have been doing better with that. Because I'm fed up, period.
Right.
Because they got me fucked up.
You one of my friends who
Period.
tell me all the time that I'm a little too nice to people. And then I get some friends that be like, well, don't change how you are because of other people. But it's like, sometimes you want to be like, well, shit, I want to do them how they did me.
Girl,
You
story.
know, but it's like,
Life.
and sometimes you have to really be like, okay, do you want to risk the type of person that you are? Like, who you are as a person because this person did some stuff to you. You know, so it's like, it's real hard because you do want to treat people how you want to be treated, but it's like, what happened to the people who do me wrong?
Exactly.
Guess
what's wrong?
what? Guess what? If you're a good person,
Mm-hmm.
you cutting yourself off from them is just as
It's-
bad as
it
you
is.
seeking
That's true.
revenge.
That is
'Cause
true.
I swear to God, y'all, when I tell y'all everybody that I done ever cut off, still trying to get back in my life, because they see how shit is, and they know, like, you are a genuine person. People know when
You
they have
snooze,
genuine people
you
in their
lose.
life. They're
Right.
gonna try you, but when you're gone, they feel that shit. Best believe
Right.
they feel all of that shit.
I
Like,
truly believe that too.
I promise
Right.
you.
And just to piggyback off of what you said, like, I totally agree because I feel like it takes way more energy
Yeah.
to do something that you're not used to doing
Right.
to make somebody feel some type of way.
Right.
When really, you know what I'm saying? Like once I'm mad at somebody, once I'm over it, I'm over it. Like, people be like they
Right.
still text you or you still talk
Right.
to them on Instagram or whatever. Like, I don't even care about that shit no more.
Right.
I just know what we not gonna do going forward, but I'm not gonna stay mad because it takes too much energy to
Right.
stay mad or to make myself not want to talk to
Right,
you when I'm
exactly.
just naturally just like,
Right,
whatever. It
whatever.
is what it is. It's
Like,
like
I had this ex, and it's like, it was a toxic situation. But it's like now, back in the day, I used to play the blame game. I'd be like, we like this because of you. And it's like, whenever he would do something to me, I would turn around and try to do something to him. So it's like, okay, I can't point the fingers at you, like, because we neck and
Y'all
neck
doing
now.
the same
Now we
thing.
doing the same
Yeah.
thing. It's like, that was a mistake that I made. And he, like, kind of pointed it out. He was just like, you know, you would say I'm doing this, that, and the other, but you do it too. And your excuse was, but you did it first. And you know, that's kind of childish, and I'm happy that I've grown from that. But it just goes to say, like, you have to treat people how you be treated, and you want to, like, just go ahead and take the high road. Some stuff you just got to be the bigger person about. Because
Yeah.
it's like, at the end of the day, we going tit-for-tat, and we going to keep running in the same circle over and over again till somebody just finally, like, give up, like, and just be like, okay, we done,
Yes.
good.
I had a conversation with my mom when I was just expressing to her how I felt about being a bigger person all the time. And I'm like, it's a scam.
It is.
Like, not to say that I'm going to stop doing it because it's
It
just
is.
in my DNA or it's in who I am. But I feel like it's a scam because you always signing up to be the person at fault. When
Every
I'm
time.
not at fault, I'm just open to saying, hey, let's fix it.
Right.
That's not saying, like, I'm coming to the table because I wronged you.
Right.
Like, I just want to say, like, whether you wronged me or I wronged you or we had a
Mm-hmm.
misunderstanding, like, if it's somebody I love and I know you're still going to be
Right.
around, let's just get through it. And I'm
Right.
like, being a bigger person is feeling too much like a scam
Right.
these days.
Because it's like, how many times do you have to keep doing that?
Right, because I got to keep
I
kissing
gotta
your
keep
ass.
kissing your, and you're the problem. Like,
And you, right.
Like,
or
why
you
I
didn't
gotta keep
even,
doing that?
like, open up the door for understanding.
Right. I feel like some people have a major issue with apologizing and feeling like
Yes.
they're wrong. They want to be right. Everybody want to be right all the time. And it's like, baby,
Take
you
accountability.
Right, please.
That's
You're grown.
Please take accountability.
And
Be
that's a
wrong.
part of being grown. It's
Right.
okay.
Right.
Shit.
Because
Yeah.
we gonna get further. I respect you more if you just sit down, baby, I'm sorry, or sister, I'm sorry, daughter, I'm sorry, I'm the problem, I'm sorry. Let's figure out how we're gonna work it out and fix it.
Yeah.
Versus you acting like you don't know what you did.
Yeah, or to say, like, I was wrong this time.
I
Like,
was
you know
wrong.
what?
It's okay.
I identified my faults.
Right.
But let's not act like you didn't have any here in this. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Or vice
Exactly.
versa. Like, if somebody called me out, like I said, I know I'm naturally aggressive person, so I actually want people to call me out on my
Right.
shit. Like,
Right.
because
Right.
guess what? I don't
Right.
necessarily see me doing
Right.
anything wrong. I'm just being the open person that I
Right.
am. So if I did something to hurt you or, like, made you feel stuff, like, let me know.
Right.
Like,
Right.
didn't mean it that
Exactly.
way. Like, sorry.
Yeah.
I will say that's how I was. Like, I used to be the type of person when people would say something to me, like criticism, negative, I'd be like, no, I try to defend myself. Like, I try to defend myself, and it's just like I had to realize, like,
take it in.
sometimes I got to take that shit in because I'm not always right. I'm not always doing stuff right. And it's like, even to this day, like, talking to people, I'd be like, okay, let me just listen to what they got to say because at the end of the day, they could be, giving me some really good insight or really good information. I think it's, with situations like this, is people with pride. It's
Absolutely.
pride. I think it's just pride. Because it's
Absolutely.
like, I know how I am as a person. I don't need you to tell me like what I'm doing wrong. But at the end of the day, it's like people looking at us from the outside. It's like, baby, I'm looking at you and I'm telling you what you're doing wrong. But it's just more of, we just gotta really be adult about situations. And like the topic say, treat people how you want to be treated.
Because other people ain't gonna come correct like who the person that care about you is. So you need to listen.
Exactly.
Especially if you're trying to do stuff and with us being entrepreneurs and stuff, like you can't get nowhere being some kind of way. So you gotta take heed to that.
Right.
And not because they just saying it, but because you care and you want you trying to prosper and you trying to do bigger things. Like it's you gotta move on from that. You gotta look at it, take that in, and move on. Period.
So how do you feel? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
How do you feel like not working with, but just how do you work through it with people who just don't get it?
Right. I feel like with people who just don't get it, period.
That's the time to cut.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's that time to cut. And see, I'm not even a big cutter offer, but
too many chances.
I need
like,
to
you gotta,
do more cutting off.
I gotta cut it off.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm the type of person, I do a lot of lingering, listen, we gonna rock, we gonna figure it out. But it's like, that's so draining.
Yeah, I give a lot of leniency.
It's like, you gotta stop.
That's
we gotta cut. We gotta start. At 2022, let's just start cutting people off. Like, can we do that? Like, we have to start doing that because it's like we burning ourselves out. We are for sure.
Okay, so we're gonna go on to the next topic because we slick running out of time.
Okay.
But one thing I did want to touch on. I know we could do that because I said we was going to touch on that. Okay. But stop being impressed by minimal effort.
Right.
Okay, well, I'm going to let y'all take this one because I got some years on y'all.
Man.
So I feel like I've fucking been
there.
We probably
need that. Shit.
Listen, you and I, we have these conversations. We have these conversations all the time where when dating people, it's like they want you to be, I'm sorry, let's go back. When you start dating people, they come with dates, they come with this, that, and the other, and it's like once y'all get a date and then y'all, do some other stuff out of a couple hours, it's like everything cuts off. It's like a standstill, and it's like you still want me to mess with you, but it's like you giving me bare minimum. Like there's people out here who's giving flowers. There's people out short, like just really going above and beyond.
And flowers not even too much.
It's not too much. It's like men want women to be like. I seen a post. This guy said, don't buy her nothing. Don't buy her anything for a long time until she proves she loyal. And it's just like, it's not
you're not, I mean, not to say that it's going to come with materialistic things, but what are you giving me to prove that I'm loyal?
Exactly. Like, don't take her on days. What are you talking about? Like, how
I'm just gonna be loyal out the blue,
right? Like that's weird.
Like you got. I mean, not like I said.
I mean, if you a low, if you a low person, you a low person. I feel like if both people are coming together and they're trying to build something with each other, I don't feel like it should be a tit for tat thing. Like what you gonna show me and then I'm gonna show you. I feel like this is me, and if I give myself to you, I expect for you to come tenfold. Period. Point blank.
Right.
Now, if I see shit went flatline, I'm gonna be looking at you sideways because this is not what I signed up for.
Right.
And most of the time, men be the person who take the initiative. Men are supposed to pursue the woman. So if I come with you, if I come to you and I'm loyal and I'm going in. Like I expect you to come the same way. So when you don't, it be a slap in the face.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why we be like, I'm not gonna keep accepting minimum because I mean now you just comfortable at this point.
Exactly.
That's really all it is. You're just comfortable.
You comfortable.
Because you know I'm loyal. To begin with. And now it's the problem.
Let's just say, like, let's just clear the air. When you are single, it's okay to date multiple people, right? Is that okay?
If you asking me,
if you're single, like, if you're single, like we're not in a relationship.
If you
we don't
asking
have,
me,
yeah, man, it's okay. It's okay to date multiple people, right? Okay, so in instance, like a situation of mine, it's like I'm single. Like, well, I got a little boo now. But before, I was single, and I'm dating multiple people, and it's just like one person to get mad, like, you going on a date? You going on a date? Yeah, nigga, I'm going on a date. When the last time you asked me on a date? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you want me to just sit in the house and just wait for you? And no, like, yes, I'm going on a date. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to just sit around when you're not giving the same type of energy.
That'd be the problem. Putting your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
That's my problem. Y'all want to know why I'm single? That right there.
Putting all your eggs.
I'm feeling that.
Yeah, nah, Chi-Chi. Yeah, nah.
Right, no.
Like, I'm sick of this
when
shit.
you're single, it's okay to date multiple people. But it's like, I just had a situation. I done posted, and my close friends forgot I got another guy in there. My close friends, he's just like, you going on a date? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I found that very lame. Why do you find it lame? Like,
and then the fact that you really should step it up. That's really what you need to do.
I don't have no ring on my finger. We're not in a relationship.
The player well is to step it up.
Because what that one post said, like, they gonna date multiple people, so you just better try to be the favorite.
Exactly.
Hello.
If you want to be the one, you better try to be the favorite.
Hello.
I feel like me as a person, I crave what I can provide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And whether that's time, whether that's anything, like whatever I can provide, I crave that. Like, so it's like I'm not gonna ask you to do something that I can't do in return. If I'm asking you for dates, I can plan a date, I can pay for a date.
Exactly.
You know, if I'm asking you to get my hair done, I can do it, and I can pay for haircuts. You know, so it's like it's basically like I know what I come with. I come with big energy.
Exactly.
So it's like if you're not coming with big energy, I'm cool. We like. I'm not accepting bare minimum. Me and my friends talk about this a lot. We're not settling, okay?
Not settling.
That's why what I said that couple shows ago. We was only 1 month into the new year, but why I said what I said. Like, I'm straight on it. I don't want no, I'm good. Like, not to say that I don't want it, but I'm straight on it. Any nigga, because if you not, like, I'm not accepting the bare minimum.
Nope.
So at this point,
And
I'm
stop
not even
feeling like
giving
we
myself
have
to
ladies.
nobody.
Don't feel guilty.
No.
Don't feel like
I'm not
we
giving
have
myself to nobody, and I've been on dates. Okay.
Right.
She practicing. But what's the difference between celibacy and abstinence?
Abstinence. I think abstinence is when you still a virgin till marriage, virgin till marriage, or not doing it again till marriage.
Right.
Yeah, what is
But that'd
it?
be my favorite line. I'm practicing
Girl.
abstinence.
And listen, in regards to not accepting bare minimum, we just not talking about dates or like gifts. We're talking about not supporting your business, not being there for you emotionally, mentally, physically, like all of that. Like if you are not like that's bare minimum. Like we're not accepting that. Like if you can't show up to something like this, you know, if you can't repost a flyer for me,
if you can't text me and say have a good show,
have a good show. You know what I'm saying?
How was your show?
How was the
your
club
day
tonight? Were you busy? Did you make some? Like, you know, it's just like
But don't get it twisted, because doing only that can then be considered bare minimum.
Exactly.
But we just saying in addition, like it's a collaborative of things. Like you're not just going to be texting me good morning every day and think that's it.
Think that's okay.
Like, nah, okay, thanks for the good morning text, but baby, what's up?
Right. I will say like a definition of like not settling. I'm going to Miami next week. This is our second date, and we're going to Miami for a second date.
So he already
you see what I'm saying?
I'm saying, like you already know, like
listen, let me tell you, I put this post on Instagram. I was like, a vacation, a getaway, or something like that is well needed. He texted me. He was just like, "Where you want to go?" I said, "What you talking about?" He's like, "I seen your post. Where you want to go?" Energy, just like that. Like next Thursday, I'll be in Miami. Second date.
Hello.
Exactly. So at this point forward,
because you deserve it.
You know,
girl, please, we could go. At this point forward, yeah. Like he done up the bar. He done up the bar.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I feel like we had an awesome show.
Yes, it was so much fun.
I'm so glad that you joined us. I'm
Thank
so glad
you.
that we were able to touch on a little mental health awareness and just knowing that everybody goes through it. There's not a time that somebody's not going through it. You are not alone. There was one thing Rich had real quick had threw out to us, like if we had ways to help people or what helped you get through it. And I know one of my big things is going to Stone Mountain. Like I do that, and once I get to the top, I feel like I'm free. I could do anything. Like it's whatever. Like it's a weight off my shoulders.
Right.
So, did you guys have anything that you wanted to add, as far as like you going through it, or?
I do want to say, can we highlight therapy. Like, going to therapy is healthy, guys. Like, if you need it, do it.
Absolutely.
Like, 100%. Don't feel like you're crazy if you have to see a therapist.
Exactly.
Like, please go talk to someone. Sometimes you can always confide in your friends because they really, sometimes they don't understand.
And have biased opinions.
Exactly, because they're your friends, you know? So it's like, go talk to someone. Make sure.
It's okay. You can look them up. You can look up, I'm sorry, like, because I know most of the time it's covered by, like, insurance and stuff like that. But you can look up therapists that's, like, at your local Cook County. I mean, I'm not Cook County, this ain't Chicago. Right. Your local county. I'm sorry, y'all. Your local county public places. Not Cook County, but, you know, just, like, because I've done it before. Like, once I was in between jobs, I looked up some therapists that cover my county that I could do, like, sliding scale fee or anything like that. So it's ways around it, guys.
Right.
I agree. So, what I'm gonna touch on that is, everybody different. I kind of like my solitude when I'm going through it, but that kind of make me be in my thoughts more. So I kind of reach out to other different ways. Like, I'll listen to Sarah Jakes, or I'll be on my Being Mary Jane shit. Like, sometimes my friend that came in my house and I got sticky notes everywhere. Like, sometimes you just gotta do what you got to do for you, and I kind of draw myself away from people when I'm going through it, so I look for motivational stuff. And Sarah Jakes Roberts, that's T.D. Jakes' daughter, she has helped me out of so many dark places, and I feel like she is amazing. And I send it to my friends all the time. I've always sent it to them. My mama just sent me a video yesterday because I sent it to her.
Even those T.D. Jakes sermons do pretty good. Like, my ex-mother-in-law sent them to me all the time. She was like, hey, I'm thinking about you today, so I'm going to see you sermon. So even stuff like that. And she always tell me, whenever you're going through stuff, just pray.
Yes, definitely
I will tell you that prayer gets you out of pretty dark places, like pretty dark places.
And be still sometimes in solitude to be able to hear the signs.
That's what I do.
So you can pay attention
I will cut the whole world off.
Yeah,
exactly.
I done had people pop up at my house, like, where you at?
Yeah.
What's up?
I be blowing that phone.
You ain't
be blowing this phone up. I don't answer the phone.
She know one thing about me. I'm blow that phone up, and I'm gonna pop up at the house. That's what
right.
I
Sometimes you got to. You
like,
know your friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know she probably going through it. But it was good. It was a good show. I'm glad we were able to touch on everything and drop some resources.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Make sure y'all tune in next week.
Kool Rich Conversations.
Like watching videos.
I don't know.
And she can go.
People always talking about.
Everybody should like.
I literally do it.
So he was filling them in on.
Yeah,
Let's hear this shit, bro.
you know me.
Always follow your
Leg out.
mind. Cash flow dollar, nigga.
I don't understand why these boys want drama. These niggas living out their car and probably stay with their mama.
Leg out.
Never had they own, all they got is a phone. Need to leave me alone, boy, I thought you was grown.
Okay.
Never in your life brag to me about your pennies. If you claim you get money, nigga, start you a business. Nigga, get you a house, break that junk to a family. I'm a killer for real, that's why these niggas can't stand me. Old internet niggas always running their mouth. Claim they running us out when they just a bum on the couch. You a bitch and a half, I